What is up, y'all? Robbie C here in a new space in what's going to be our future studio. Obviously, this space is lacking a lot of personality, so we need to fill it. There are three things I know at least need to be in the space: board games, Funko Pops, and of course, some disc golf stuff. Anything else you'd like to see fill some shelves in these walls? Let me know in the comments below. With all that said, let's level up and jump to the video, shall we? What is up, YouTube fam? We are back in the normal setting, and some of you may be asking, Robbie, we like the setup, why would you change? Well, it's a logistics thing, honestly. This current studio takes up a pretty significant part of our basement, and every time we have people over, I have to tear it all down and set it back up. Also, I can only record when it's dark outside. So as my goal is to help all of you level up your game specifically, I also want to make sure that I'm leveling up as a content creator too. Speaking of leveling up, that brings us to a new series that we're going to be starting here on the channel that is all about how you can improve your disc golf game. Compared to tons of players out there, I have not been competing in sanctioned events for a tremendous amount of time, and those events that I've played in have been on the amateur side of things. But recently, I wanted to ask more of myself, and I have decided to step up and start competing in the open or professional division. So rather than calling it moving up and thus alienating those of you who don't play tournaments, I wanted to show a very vulnerable side of things where I'm going to dissect my personal game and really all aspects of it so that I can start improving, and you can take these same principles and apply them to your game so that we can all level up together. So whether you're competing in events or you just want to crush your friends the next time you guys go out to the course, the heart of this series is designed to do exactly that. Let's all level up together and become better players. A key factor in all of this is going to be my coach, Mike Strauss. Mike has worked with and coached players who compete and have succeeded at the highest level of the game. Mike's going to take the gloves off, and I don't want to be treated in this,
"Oh, well, you're doing really good all the time,"
especially if I'm not doing it. And I can most certainly guarantee you that I am definitely doing some things wrong. The Level Up series is going to focus on 5 different areas. The first is going to be putting. There are days right now where my putt feels absolutely incredible and like I just can't miss no matter how far away I am from the basket. And there are other days that my putt feels totally off, and even what should be short putts for me still mess up, and I'm just wondering, like, what happened there? So Mike has already helped me a lot with my putt, but we're going to keep working on it. The next thing we're going to work on is upshot. We're going to be covering and getting me comfortable with a lot of the principles from the upshot series that we just did, but we're going to go even deeper and more specific into how we can start getting those upshots not only close to the basket, but I don't know, pretty often inside the basket. The third thing we're working on is accuracy. The hard part about accuracy is that we all know when we lack it because it just feels like the disc is spraying across the field rather than flying down tight lines going exactly where we want it to. By tightening up my form, I believe accuracy is going to be a natural byproduct of this, and another natural byproduct of this is going to be our fourth area of focus, and that is distance. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. In order to compete and hang at the open division on most courses, I believe I need about 70 to 80 feet farther of golf distance in my game. The big focus is that the further I can throw controlled shots, and means that for a lot of the most normal holes that I come across in golf, I can throw slower discs at longer distances, allowing me to score better every single day of the week. Now, the last area is one that I'm most excited about, and it's something that Mike and I have actually already started coaching on, and that is the mental side of things. I have always thought that my mental approach to the game is the strongest aspect of my disc golf game overall. As I've competed, I've started to see some pretty drastic areas of mental weakness that I need to overcome, and just trying to tighten up the mental side of things has already helped me gain some phenomenal strokes back from the course, even at moments when I felt like a stranger in my own body while I'm out there. So I'm pretty stoked for this Level Up series, but I don't want this whole video just to be a bunch of announcements. So we're going to dive into the first tool Mike had me build for coaching this offseason, and that is the pressure board. The pressure board is pretty simple. It's a pre-cut stair tread that I've trimmed down to 3 feet. I then took a 1x1 inch dowel and screwed it into the dead middle of the pressure board. I took some stair grips, slapped it on the top, and our pressure board was born. The pressure board is designed to do 2 things. The first is to teach me brace in my disc golf throw. Think of it like a mini teeter-totter that you balance back and forth on. You want to make sure that your feet are offset, not just standing side by side, just like you would if you were doing a normal throw. And as you turn into the throw, you're going to hear an audible click when you move move into the brace and the weight shifts into the front side of the throw. Another way that Mike uses this is to teach timing. There's a point in the disc golf throw that a lot of people call the reach back, but it's more like the disc is going to a certain point and then getting left there as your body moves away from it. Well, then your non-dominant side starts the swinging motion, and as it turns and engages, the rest of the body sort of folds up, and then we're going to extend the disc outwards and throw it. We're going to talk a lot about that moment in future parts of this series, but one thing the pressure board does extremely well is teaches you that that shift of the offside engaging into your throw is very subtle, and it doesn't have to be this huge dramatic motion that so many people think it does. It's pretty incredible to me that just after a session or two of working with this pressure board that I can already feel some phenomenal differences in the left side trying to engage and the timing of my throw overall. If you didn't catch it before, this right here is a little shopping list so you can build your own pressure board, get out there, start feeling that brace, and start crushing some plastic. Now before I let you go, I want to say two things real fast. First is I want to say thank you for sticking around and watching. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that tune in to watch these videos, and if you're new to the channel, awesome, welcome, thanks for checking it out. And the second is that I would be crazy to not let you guys know about what I think is going to be one of the coolest parts of this entire leveling up series. In February, we started a community of disc golfers who are looking to improve one stroke at a time. And the Birdie Fam community has been one of the biggest highlights of 2021 to me. It is so cool getting to meet Birdie Fam members out there on the course and to help them try and improve their games. Now, in order to be coached, I have to have coaching sessions. Thus, starting in December, every week, Mike is going to do a live coaching session with me within the Birdie Fam. Family members are going to get to see Mike dive deep into my game and really start breaking things down. It should be a fantastic experience, and I'm really pumped to be able to bring the Birdie Fam in on this. If you've ever been curious about joining the Birdie Fam, there's no better time than starting in December. Come check it out, hang out, and we'll have a great time. And in worst case scenario, you get to see my form get totally torn to shreds by my coach. You can find a link with all the details about the Birdie Fam in the description below. I want to say thank you so much for coming by, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing week. I am so stoked to level up with each and every one of you. But for now, I'm going to leave you with the birdie.